Every day the world loses legends, icons whose lives shaped our culture, our memories, our hearts. From actors to musicians, pioneers to visionaries, their stories deserve to be remembered and celebrated. Welcome back. Here we honor the lives, achievements, and legacies of those who passed. Tragic news confirmed this week as the baseball world mourns the passing of Michael Stephen Lolich, a left-handed pitcher whose name is forever etched into the history of the Detroit Tigers and Major League Baseball. Born on September 12, 1940, Lolich grew up in a modest household, developing a love for the game that would carry him from neighborhood sandlots to the bright lights of professional stadiums. His life and career were defined by discipline, perseverance, and an unshakable commitment to the sport he loved. Fans remember him not just for the numbers on the scoreboard, but for the heart and determination he brought to every pitch. Lolich's career began in 1963, a time when baseball was evolving rapidly, and opportunities for young players were both rare and fiercely contested. Yet from the very start, it was clear that Lolich possessed a rare combination of talent and tenacity. Over the years he became a cornerstone of the Tigers' pitching rotation. With a left-handed delivery that confounded hitters, he achieved feats that many in his era only dreamed of. 7 seasons saw him strike out more than 200 batters, and from 1964 through 1974, he won at least 14 games each season, a testament to both skill and endurance. For many, the pinnacle of his career came in the 1968 World Series. Facing the defending champion St. Louis Cardinals, Lolich rose to the occasion, winning 3 complete games and earning the Most Valuable Player award. Game 7 remains one of baseball's most storied moments. His 4-1 victory over future Hall of Famer Bob Gibson sealed the championship and demonstrated a level of composure and excellence that defined his career. "I've never seen anyone pitch like Mike did in that series," said a former teammate, recalling the intensity and focus Lolich brought to the mound. It was more than just a performance. It was a declaration of his resilience and talent. Beyond the numbers and accolades, Michael Lolich's impact was felt in the clubhouse and across the baseball community. He was known for his quiet leadership, for mentoring younger pitchers, and for setting an example through his work ethic. Teammates frequently spoke of his humility, his ability to remain calm under pressure, and the respect he commanded without ever raising his voice. "Mike taught me more about how to be a professional than anyone else I've known," said one of his protégés, highlighting the lasting influence he had on generations of players. Lolich's journey was not without its challenges. Injuries and the physical demands of a pitching career tested his limits, yet he consistently demonstrated resilience. He adapted, learned, and continued to perform at the highest level, earning 3 All-Star selections and finishing runner-up for the 1971 American League Cy Young Award. That year he led the league with 25 wins, 308 strikeouts and 29 complete games, a remarkable feat that spoke to his endurance and dedication. Statisticians and historians alike note that his 45 games started in a single season remain a team record, reflecting both his reliability and his significance to the Tigers roster. Off the field, Michael Lolich was equally admired for his character. He remained connected to the Detroit community, participating in charity events, mentoring young athletes, and embracing the role of a public figure with grace. Fans remember him not only as a player but as a person who embodied integrity and generosity. Social media tributes poured in after news of his passing, many recalling the excitement of his pitching and the inspiration he provided. One post read, "Mike Lolich wasn't just a Tiger, he was the heart of Detroit baseball for a generation. We'll never forget him." Another tribute from a longtime fan said simply, "He gave everything he had to the game and to us, his fans. Thank you, Mike." Michael Lolich's legacy extends beyond statistics. He helped define an era of baseball, bringing a level of excellence, determination, and dignity that continues to influence the sport today. His contributions to the Tigers' 1972 division title, along with his numerous record-breaking performances, serve as milestones that future players and fans will study and celebrate for years to come. More than numbers, it was the courage he displayed in high-pressure moments, the mentorship he provided behind the scenes, and the consistency of his character that have cemented his place in baseball history. In reflecting on his life, one sees a story of perseverance, talent, and quiet heroism. Michael Lolich exemplified what it means to dedicate oneself fully to a craft, to face challenges head-on, and to leave a legacy that resonates beyond the individual. His name is spoken with reverence in stadiums, in interviews, and in the memories of those who witnessed his extraordinary career. He made pitching look effortless, but we all knew it was his heart, not just his skill, that made him great, said a longtime journalist who covered his career, capturing the essence of what made Lolich unforgettable. As the baseball world pauses to remember Michael Stephen Lolich, it is clear that his influence will endure. Fans, teammates, and aspiring players alike carry forward the lessons of his dedication and the inspiration of his achievements. The roar of the crowd in Detroit, the echoes of his championship victories, and the countless young pitchers who follow in his footsteps all testify to a life well lived, a career that transcended the game, and a legacy that will be cherished forever. Michael Lolich will be remembered not only for his extraordinary talent but for the integrity, humility, and passion that defined him, an enduring symbol of the spirit of baseball. In the quiet moments when the field is empty and the stadium lights dim, the memory of Michael Lolich remains. A left-handed pitcher, a leader, a champion, and a man whose life exemplified the very best of the game he loved. His story will continue to inspire, reminding us all of the power of dedication, resilience, and heart. In every strikeout, every victory, and every memory shared by fans and teammates, Michael Lolich lives on. Tragic news confirmed this week has left the entertainment world reflecting on the remarkable life of Dolores Freeman, an actress whose presence on stage and screen carried an authenticity few could match. Born in the mid-20th century, Freeman's early years were marked by a sense of discipline and purpose, traits she carried from her time serving as a Marine into every aspect of her life. Her journey was far from ordinary, a path defined by reinvention, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of creative expression that would inspire countless audiences over decades. Freeman's transition from military service to acting was not merely a career change. It was a declaration of her belief in personal transformation and the power of storytelling. Her performances, whether on television, in film, or on theater stages, were noted for their depth and emotional honesty. Audiences often remarked on her ability to inhabit characters fully, bringing nuance and vulnerability to each role. Dee had a way of making you feel every word, every gesture, said a longtime director who worked with her on multiple projects. Her presence on set was magnetic but never overshadowing. She lifted everyone around her. Her television work introduced her to homes across the country, yet it was her theater performances that truly showcased the breadth of her talent. Freeman approached each script with care, often drawing on personal experiences to give her characters a sense of realness that resonated deeply with viewers and critics alike. The discipline instilled during her time in the Marines became apparent in her rigorous rehearsal routines and unwavering commitment to excellence. Colleagues frequently described her as both fearless and thoughtful, a combination that allowed her to tackle complex roles with remarkable sensitivity. Dolores Freeman's impact was not limited to her professional achievements. She was a mentor to younger actors, a steadfast advocate for the arts, and a voice of encouragement for those navigating the often challenging entertainment industry. Her family described her as a woman of immense strength and compassion, who never hesitated to support others while pursuing her own dreams. Social media tributes poured in upon news of her passing, with fans recalling the authenticity she brought to every role. One post read, "Dee Freeman wasn't just an actress, she was truth on screen. Her work changed how I see storytelling." Another tribute from a former co-star simply stated, "She inspired me every day to be braver in my craft." Her decades-long career reflected a unique combination of discipline and creativity. Freeman embraced roles that challenged stereotypes, often portraying characters that were layered, complex, and deeply human. From emotionally charged dramas to lighter, comedic moments, her range as an actress earned her respect from critics and peers alike. Yet for Freeman, accolades were secondary to connection. The ability to move, challenge, and inspire an audience remained her true measure of success. Off stage and off camera, Freeman lived a life that mirrored the strength and authenticity she displayed in her roles. She was known for her kindness, her dedication to community work, and her commitment to lifting the next generation of artists. Her approach to life was simple yet profound. Pursue passion relentlessly, stay true to oneself, and honor every opportunity with integrity. Dee believed in the power of story, said a theater critic who had followed her career for decades. She knew stories could heal, challenge, and unite. That was her gift to the world. As the arts community and fans reflect on the passing of Dolores Freeman, it is clear that her legacy extends far beyond the performances themselves. She demonstrated that art can be both personal and universal, that courage and authenticity can coexist on the stage, and that the impact of a storyteller is measured not just by awards or fame, but by the lasting impression left in the hearts of others. Her dedication to craft, mentorship, and truth in storytelling ensures her memory will continue to influence generations of performers and viewers alike. In every performance, Dolores D. Freeman reminded us of the power of dedication, courage, and authenticity. Her life was a testament to the belief that one can always grow, transform, and leave a lasting mark on the world. Though she is no longer with us, her voice, her performances, and her spirit endure. A legacy of artistry, strength, and unwavering humanity that will never be forgotten. In the quiet moments of a theater or the flicker of a television screen, her memory remains, reminding us all of the beauty and depth she brought into our lives. Tragic news confirmed this week has left fans and the entertainment world reflecting on the extraordinary life of Carlos Ray Chuck Norris, a man whose name became synonymous with strength, discipline, and perseverance. Born on March 10, 1940 in Ryan, Oklahoma, Norris grew up in humble circumstances, facing challenges that would shape both his character and his future. From a young age, he demonstrated a quiet determination, a drive to overcome obstacles, and a dedication to self-improvement that would guide him throughout his remarkable life. Norris first found his calling in martial arts, a discipline that became both his passion and his foundation. He trained tirelessly, mastering techniques and refining his skills with a focus and intensity that set him apart. Chuck's dedication was unparalleled, said a longtime martial arts colleague. He approached every training session like it was a chance to better himself, and everyone around him benefited from that. His expertise and charisma soon caught the attention of film and television producers, opening doors that would transform him into a global icon. In the 1970s and 1980s, Norris brought martial arts into popular culture, starring in films that showcased not only his physical prowess but also his commitment to discipline and moral integrity. Movies like Way of the Dragon, where he famously faced Bruce Lee, and the Missing in Action series demonstrated his versatility and appeal to audiences worldwide. Yet his career was never just about action sequences or fight choreography. It was about inspiring viewers with stories of resilience, courage, and perseverance. Beyond the silver screen, Norris became a familiar face on television, most notably with Walker, Texas Ranger. The show emphasized values of justice, loyalty, and personal responsibility, mirroring the principles he lived by. Fans often noted that his characters were a reflection of his own life philosophy: disciplined, ethical, and unwavering in the face of adversity. Social media tributes following his passing highlighted this connection, with one fan writing, "Chuck Norris didn't just fight villains on screen, he taught us how to stand tall in life." Another tribute from a martial arts student stated, "He showed me that strength begins in the mind and heart, not just the body." In addition to his acting career, Norris dedicated himself to martial arts education, founding schools and organizations that trained thousands of students. He believed deeply in the power of martial arts to build character, instill confidence, and promote physical and mental well-being. Colleagues and students alike admired his commitment to mentorship, often recalling his patience, guidance, and the genuine care he showed to each person under his instruction. Norris's life was also marked by his faith and family devotion. He frequently spoke about the role of spiritual strength in overcoming challenges and living a purposeful life. Friends and family remember him not only as a public figure but as a devoted father, husband, and friend whose generosity and humility were as notable as his fame. His ability to balance a demanding career with personal values made him a role model for many across generations. Throughout his life, Chuck Norris faced obstacles with resilience, transforming hardships into lessons of strength and perseverance. He remained active in philanthropy, supporting numerous charitable causes and advocating for veterans, children, and communities in need. His contributions extended far beyond entertainment, leaving an indelible mark on countless lives. A fellow actor remarked, "Chuck's impact isn't just in his films, it's in the lives he touched through kindness, mentorship, and leadership." As the world reflects on the passing of Carlos Ray Chuck Norris, it is clear that his legacy is far greater than any single achievement. He demonstrated the power of discipline, the importance of inner strength, and the ability to inspire through both action and example. His influence spans film, television, martial arts, and philanthropy, leaving behind a blueprint for courage, integrity, and resilience. In every roundhouse kick, every cinematic fight, and every lesson shared with students and fans alike, Chuck Norris leaves a lasting impression. His life reminds us that greatness is not measured solely by fame or accolades, but by the strength, faith, and perseverance one embodies. Though he has passed from this world, his story endures, inspiring millions to believe in their own inner power, to embrace discipline, and to live with courage and purpose. In quiet moments, whether on screen or in a dojo, the spirit of Chuck Norris remains, an enduring symbol of determination, honor, and the warrior within us all.